hot dogs. Here in Bulgaria we call them kremvirshi, and they are an extremely cheap food that you can add to everything you want to add. And there is a joke in here that says that in hot dogs the only thing that you do not have is really meat. You usually have toilet paper. Why do I have toilet paper in here is another question. With this said, today we're gonna see how are hot dogs made in factories. A quick note that in this channel you can suggest a video to react on via super thanks, super chat or clicking the join button. Now let's begin. Hot dogs, the most disgusting thing
but most likely
that I like.
German sausage makers who first came up with the idea. In fact, there are reports of German immigrants selling them from push carts in New York's Bowery as far back as the 1860s.
1860s, I was gonna guess that it's about 80-20, something like that. 80-60s. Sounds about right.
A century and
with a little bit
later,
of mustard.
Hot dogs are still the #1 treat on the street.
Oh, as you see this beautiful image of hot dogs, how much do they cost in your country? If they are made with chicken meat, in Bulgaria, one of these costs about, I don't know, 30-40 cents. If it's made with pig meat, it's, let's say, almost double the price.
Traditional hot dogs are made from a mix of pork, beef, and chicken.
Also, you mix it. Here in Bulgaria, we don't, supposedly.
Pieces of meat left over from cutting steaks or pork chops.
It's always leftovers. With all of the fat and the skin.
The trimmings are ground the same way butchers chop up hamburger meat, by pushing the cuts through grated metal plates.
My vegetarian friends are gonna love this video. Asking how do people eat this? It's literally
chicken trimmings are added to the ground meat,
poop,
followed by food starch, salt, and other flavorings.
Mustard.
These flavorings vary depending on where the hot dogs are to be sold, because
at home
people in different regions have different tastes.
Surely here in Bulgaria, I do not know what flavors do they put in the sausages, to be honest. The only ones that we call lion sausage, lion hot dog, has a little bit of what we call kashkaval or yellow cheese melted inside. How does it stay melted in the cold temperatures? It's a different story.
Water is sprayed into the mix and everything is blended together in a big vat.
And then it gets served in your table.
Adds a dash of sweetness.
The typical American thing, again, no offense to my American brothers, but why do you have to put corn syrup on everything or any kind of syrup? Of course, the answer is because it works on your brain and you crave it. But please, why do you put sugar on the meat? Meat in quotes.
The addition of even more water helps to disperse the ingredients and make the hot dogs juicier.
Juicy.
Purees the meat batter into a
oh man, look at this picture. Doesn't it remind you of something coming from this nice looking pipe?
And vacuums out any air.
Man, vegetarians are gonna be happy they don't eat this.
Stuffing machine. It pumps the meat puree into these casings, twisting it every 5 1/4 inches, the length of one hot dog. It takes just 35 seconds to make a chain of hot dogs that would span a soccer field twice.
Am I the only one who still haven't seen them being baked? Because all that raw meat must be baked.
Those chains are linked together to make an even longer string, and they're loaded several at a time into another machine which drapes the hot dogs onto moving racks. The process is carefully timed so that a twist always lands on the bar.
You can just substitute those hot dogs with animals in there, and there you go, cruelty.
The racks shunt the hot dogs through a liquid smoke shower, then into an oven with several cooking zones. The liquid
Finally,
smoke seeps through the casing and adds flavor to the dogs as they bake.
Why are they baking while they are wrapped inside plastic? That's definitely not a thing that any food industry should endorse.
Hot out of the oven, these franks are drenched in cold, salty water to chill them in preparation for packaging.
Salty, so you can bite off a little piece of the plastic and it feels tasty.
Here, a machine pulls them off the bars onto a conveyor. Then, the hot dogs slide off the conveyor into metal containers.
Thousands of these.
Wondering about those black stripes on the casings,
I'm not
all
wondering.
is about to be revealed.
There are red, green and black stripes on, you can see your toothpaste or such, that show how much of the ingredients are natural, how much are they artificial, and if it's mixed as well. So black stripes were usually the worst, but let's see in this case.
The stripe is a marker attached to the casing. The absence
Obviously.
of a black stripe means the hot dog is cooked and ready for packaging.
Ah, okay, so it serves as a temperature meter or something like that.
Inside the peeler machine, a tiny knife slits each casing along the top. Then, steamy air blows the casings right off the dogs.
Right off the hot dogs.
This machine peels 700 hot dogs a minute. An inspector makes sure the casing has been completely removed and that there are no defects in the dogs. Then,
it still looks like something I don't want to eat in a while.
The sprockets position the hot dogs for packaging.
Hot dog is literally one of the few foods in Bulgaria that you can say that it has meat, and it's extremely cheap, so you can put it on a lot of your meals. It's very budgety, but it's obviously very unhealthy. What do you guys think about hot dogs and how much do they cost in your country? With this said, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.